Hey, cut that off a little bit early. Good to see everybody today. Today is August 26th, and we're working on CastleMiner Z Resurrection. It's good to see everybody. That's our old trailer. Last night I pulled an all-nighter, and I put a new trailer together. And we're kind of finishing it up today, so hopefully this will go up tomorrow. It's gonna replace. There was a lot of stuff, out of date with our trailer, and we're, adding new stuff. Like the trailer shows all the old enemies, and those are all been replaced with our new enemies, and there's a lot of new good stuff. So that's what I've been working on for a while. This has been a big week. I got a lot of stuff to cover. But before I do, let me do the obligatory plug for our stuff. CastleMiner Z, CastleMinerZ.com. Wishlist the game, everybody. Wishlist the game. Wishlist the game. Putting the link in the chat here, and you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and drop this specifically in YouTube and where is the and into TikTok here. Well, hello TikTok, everybody. We're streaming on TikTok, Twitch, Facebook. Hello, everybody in all parts of the internet. Let me just really quick here get on our stream, and I'm always unpin that to the top. Okay, cool. Okay. Anyways, you can go to CastleMinerZ.com. You can wishlist the game. Do it right now. Do it right now. Right now. When's it coming out? Hopefully by the end of the year, but probably not. I'll be honest with you. We're behind. I keep saying this. It's taking longer than we thought, but it's coming along much better than I thought it would. So I don't want to ruin the vibe. Like it probably will take a little bit longer than we thought, but it's coming out so much better than I thought it would come out. So I'm super excited about it. Right away, is it going to be a possible Switch release? I would like a Switch release. I mean, I can't promise that all those content, those platforms are curated, but I was looking into the Switch 2, and the Switch 2 supports ray tracing, so I think that a version on Switch could possibly possible. Right away, somebody's asking about which Patreon subscription should I get? This is really up to you. Like we appreciate. I keep saying this, that we are self-funded, and we are all working for free on this. So we don't have a publisher, and we don't have so this is all coming out of our pockets. So especially at this point in the project, any sort of donations you make are very, very important to us. They really help us do things. So any level of Patreon support is helpful to us. And if you can't afford that, that's great. That's fine. If you can't, wishlist the game and tell your friends. That would be the best thing that you could do right now. But as far as the different levels on Patreon, they're kind of spelled out. I think after, I don't want to get it wrong, but after a certain level, you get merchandise, and then you also get VIP access to me through Discord. So, I mean, that's up to you. But tell your friends. How do I have an idea how much the game is going to cost? I think it's going to be $20. I think every time I've had this, I asked the community about this, and this is kind of what we settled on. Is the map procedurally generated? Yes, 100%. We've done lots of videos on how the map is procedurally generated. And we're talking about mods. Let me get through my intro here. People are asking how I'm doing. I appreciate that. I'm doing good. I'm tired. I think I got to sleep at 5 o'clock last night. I was in my zone doing the new trailer. Do we have any testers or any plans for the release? Yes, we do have plans. You can sign up here. This is a weather girl thing. Beta sign up right here, and you can sign up for the beta. So if you're interested in playing the game, go to CastleMinerZ.com and beta site. If you might get chosen to be in the beta, if you are, you get the game for free. This is how we've done it on all our games before. Somebody's saying they're a Last Dragon Patreon supporter. That's the high level. I appreciate that to the dragons out there. Anyways, other links, you can go to the top of here. You can support our... God, I should practice this. One of these days I'm going to do the weather on... Oh, no, it doesn't even work. You can check out our Patreon up here, our YouTube channel, and merch. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Merchandise. You can go here and you can order CastleMiner merchandise. It's all pretty high quality stuff. So except CastleMiner AI here, which is crooked. So it is what it is. Is what it is. But yeah, merchandise, all the money goes to the proceeds for the game. So if you're thinking about donating, is a great way to do it. You can rock a CastleMiner Z Resurrection shirt or a classic CastleMiner Z shirt. It's good. Somebody's talking here about priority access. We're talking about for if that's the other thing too about the Patreon supports. At a certain level, you're like insured. Like if you've paid more than $20, essentially you've bought the game. It's like a pre-order. And then we were talking about for Last Dragon supporters, giving them some sort of priority access. One of the tiers gives you priority access to the beta list, like you get moved to the front of the list. You got to be signed up though. You got to be signed up to the beta list to do this. And then there's another tier that gives you like insured access. Like if you get the tier, you will definitely get access. And then there's another one that I think there's like a Last Dragon. I think we're talking about a priority access, but we haven't done it yet. It's not out yet. I definitely want to give something back to all the people that donated to the game. I think it's really overwhelming that people would like donate money for something for us to make. I think that's really great, and I have so much gratitude for that, and I appreciate that. Somebody's asking about a phone port. That's something I'd like to do down the line, but I think it would have to be a little bit different of a game. Okay, I'm a little bit punchy today because I haven't slept much, so let's see things I can remember. Oh, the first thing is, last night, I should have done this a long time ago, but last night I put the new theme song on Spotify. I think I could share the link here. Endless Fall Resurrected. So if you want to go listen to the theme, it was in the trailer. Actually, I think the trailer is using the trailer bumper here is using the old one still. But you can go to Spotify and listen to the CastleMiner theme music if you want. Just came up there last night. I thought it was kind of cool. I got the new artwork in, got the new song in here. People want the merch with just the Z. I actually took that off because I was a little bit worried about that it might be offensive with the war in the Ukraine. That I didn't want people wearing around stuff that might be misconstrued as something else. But if people really want the Z logos, I actually really like. It's unfortunate for me because I actually really like the Z logos. I like to walk around. I just realize it has a double meaning these days. But but I can possibly put the Z logos back up on the Z logo merchandise back up on the store if you would like that. A lot of people asked it. I think they're cooler anyways. Okay. So what do we cover here? We got we're working on a new trailer. We got the song up on Spotify, and we had a successful networking game. Not a successful network game. We got 2 computers to connect with networking, which was a bigger task than we could have imagined. So we are like really, really close to having networking running right now. And when that happens, things will increase rapidly. Everybody's saying they want the Z logo stuff. I'll bring it back. I'll turn it back up on the store. I actually just turned them off, but I can just go back in there and turn them on. So yeah, we're really, really close to networking. And last night we did a dev stream where we were given the archers. Archers are my new favorite thing in the game now. Archers. Flaming arrows. So we could check that out in the game a little bit. I'll fly through a little bit. This is going to be a short stream because I'm trying to finish up this trailer tonight, and I have a bunch of there's a bunch of game things I need to do, and then a bunch of video editing that I need to do. So this one will probably be a little bit shorter than the rest of the stream. So let's get to it. And at least let's show off the stuff we did in the stream yesterday. Sorry, I'm checking out, making sure I'm keeping up with TikTok. A lot of GIFs on TikTok. I got to sit down and figure out how this works better because everyone's throwing GIFs at TikTok, and I really appreciate it. I just don't really understand. And people are expressing a lot of love for the game. So let's get in here and at least get the game running. We were, let me show what we were working on yesterday. We were working on giving the archers flaming arrows. And I'm going to do another stream about this when I sit down and visit it again after the trailer. The archers used to shoot these like stand-in laser bolts, and the other day I changed them into arrows, and I gave the arrow. Let me give a little flyby on the archer while we're sitting here, actually, because the archer is really cool. But yeah, he's gonna shoot some flaming arrows at us, and they're really cool at night. So let's check that out. Got stuck with one of these. Am I not on the screen here? Wait. It's a total lie. I keep doing that. Before I get into this, we did an update for the original CastleMiner Z, update 199. It's mostly bug fixes and a lot of quality of life stuff. There's a lot of things that the community helped out with there, so I want to shout out to them. But if you're interested in playing the other CastleMiner Z in the meantime, it's a great time to do it. You can go to Steam, and we just did an update for that. So yes, okay, we're in here. Let's do this again. Sorry. I'm gonna put an archer. Let's spawn an archer, and what I was gonna do here is just get a little closer to him. You can't get a really good look at him, but I can, let's have him shoot an arrow at us. Yes. It was cool. That was we took us about an hour or so to put that in the game. Let me get closer to the, there's a way here I can just fly out to this guy, check him out. Archers are pretty cool. And we can see him shoot the arrow at us, which is pretty awesome. And we can do this at night, which is like a cool thing to watch because the arrows kind of light things up. So I think on the things in game development go slow. So the next thing I want to do is in the next stream is make it so that the arrow that when he puts it in his bow, that it lights up. So you can keep an eye on for that. But anyways, yeah, Archer is pretty badass. Archer is there, so it'll be cool because the arrows will be lit up and they'll light him up and they'll kind of light the area up around him. So like if you're in the dark and you look out over the distance, you'll see like the archer's flaming arrow that he's about to shoot at you. So pretty cool. And I don't know if you're new to the stream. The zombies are. I gotta get out of this thing here. We could spawn some zombies. And this is one of the reasons we're redoing the trailer. Or the enemies are new. The zombies turned out really great. I love how they turned out. They remind me of the old CastleMiner Z zombies, but they are the modern new flavor of them. So super cool. Wish list. Wish list. By the way, wish list the game. Tell all your friends. But you're doing a great job because we hit. I think today we hit 48,000 wish lists. We're hitting record days every day of the wish list, and we definitely broke into the top 1,000 on Steam. I didn't actually check it today. I should go. Actually, let me go check it right now. Where we are on the list, but like one of the goals was to get into the top 1,000, and we did this. We want 100,000 wish lists by the time we ship the game. That was our metric. We're at 48,000, so you guys have got us like halfway there already, and it's picking up speed. So if you know people that, you know, might be interested in the game, it doesn't cost anything to wish list the game. Like, just go to Steam, click the wish list button, and wish list the game. But good job on the 48,000. That was a huge somebody saying 828. I didn't need to look it up. That's kind of where it was the other day. So yeah, we've moved up. I think we were like moved up almost 200 or 300 places. I'm telling you, if we could get into the top 100, wish list, and definitely the top 10. I always said if we we need to get the permission from Xbox and PlayStation or Sony to ship on their platform, and showing wish lists is the best way that you could support the product. So I was saying it's like these are some of the people that would look at that. So for example, if you want the game on Xbox, one of the best ways to do it is to wish list it on Steam, because that support will be the thing that I could show that to Microsoft and be like, look, we have whatever, blah, 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 wish list. And I always said if we were in top 100, there'd be no question. If we were in top 10, they would be calling me. They would be like calling me on the phone saying like, hey, we need this game. So, I mean, really it's up to you guys. If you want to see the game on Xbox and PlayStation, you have to be with us the whole journey. Like, you have to help us get to all the different stages. So definitely, if you're on the stream and you're watching this, wishlist the game yourself. Go to CastleMinerZ.com or the Steam page, one of the two. Wishlist the game and tell your friends to do it too. It's not costing you anything. It's not obligating you to buy anything. It's just showing that you're interested in the game. Somebody's saying here, this is an interesting thing. Somebody's saying here, have you seen the feedback on the before and after short of the mining animation? I have. And I think the people took this too literally. Like, we haven't done any of the player animation for the game yet, so all of this stuff is temporary. And, whoa, there's an archer down in here. I'm going to light him up. Something's not working. Unless they're just really hard to kill. Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we put in a lot of work into was like getting the blocks to break with physics like this. And I guess that's kind of the thing I was trying to show off in the stream. Although we have had some problems with this recently. Like, these are should be falling apart a little bit better. But a lot of people took this really literally about the player animations. And there's probably some particle effects and things that we need to put in there. Like, this isn't tied together. So maybe it was not a good idea to make that video, because people really took this literally. There's still a lot of polish. Like, we're still in like a very, very early stage of making the game, and there's still a lot of polish we're doing. We're trying to work out how things are gonna work. But I appreciate any feedback you can get. But I agree that here we got an arrow that's just like sticking out in the middle of nowhere. Here it is. The arrows are so cool. They're so detailed. Like see, they have like feathers and stuff on the back of them. It's cool. I'm excited to do this. Somebody's saying here, are you guys taking any other steps to promote the game? I'd love to know what you suggest for doing that, because I feel like I'm trying to do everything possible. Can I? Oh, thank you so much for the donation. Divine, keep up the great work. Revamps are beautiful. Yeah, I like we're putting so much care into each little part of the of this. This is such a passion project for me. This is, you know, the idea that you were able to make something that millions of people played and enjoyed, and it was part of their childhood. You have to respect their childhood, right? Like you can't ruin the thing from their childhood. So for me, it's not just about honoring the thing that I wanted to make, but it's about like really giving love to something that meant a lot to a lot of people. So we're I'm trying to deliver the, you know, the thing best closest to my vision. It's interesting, this thing about the block breaking. This is one of these things that I always wanted in the game to start with, but it just wasn't possible back in those days. That, you know, breaking mining stuff felt really good and visceral. But I appreciate the video on the short. I think it was probably, I should have been more clear about where, you know, what we were going for in that. And these have to pop off a little bit more. So like it definitely needs more work on these things. Somebody's saying we should put billboards in Times Square. All I could say is like bring in those donations because like, you know, we are not, we don't have a publisher and we're not funded. So, you know, this is yeah, we do not have any other, we don't have any partnerships with other streamers, but I would be happy to have other streamers take early looks at the game. So if you're a streamer out there and you want to stream CastleMiner Z, find me on Discord. It's probably the best place to put it. The Discord link is on our website, and we can make sure that you're basically in the front line for our early alpha. People are talking about the lighting. It's too bright. Yes. Okay, so we have not finished the lighting yet. There's some screenshots that we've put up with different lighting concepts. We have weather in the game, and weather changes the lighting a lot. So let me throw in some thunderstorms here. But it's, to me, it's still not CastleMiner Z. Without the thing, let's see here if I could find some. Let me find some of the screenshots from our artist that I can bring up. Yeah, we're playing with different looks. So this was one of the. These aren't concepts. These are actually in game. They're just, you know, tweaked out versions of different concepts for lighting that would probably change at different points of the game. Here's another one, and a lot of these we went up on our Facebook page at some point. It's funny, I took my glasses off today thinking I was cool, and now I'm having trouble seeing the little icons. I don't normally wear glasses, but only when I'm in front of the computer. But here are some of the different concepts for lighting. So yeah, the game isn't going to be a shiny, happy, sunny game. That's just, we use this for testing because it's just easiest to see the lights and how things look. Like, for example, if I made everything look green, I wouldn't be able to tell if things were like too green in the game. But if I have basically white light shining down and everything, then I can tell like how bright everything is and if the colors are right and things like that. So it's very hard to like author a game with a weird lighting scenario. You kind of want to get everything set up the right way and then adjust the lighting later. But yeah, there's definitely going to be fog and smoke and, you know, weird lighting conditions that will give the game atmosphere. So I guess it's like lighting and atmosphere stuff is that, you know, we're still working on a lot. So this is sort of like, you know, like if you were working on a play or something, this is like, you know, when all the lights are on. You know, like if you were, you know, you had cool stage lighting, but you turn all that off and you turn the bright lights on and you work on the set, you know, for a while. So that's what we're doing. I see pledges coming in on Patreon, so I really appreciate that. Thank you if you guys are donating on Patreon. I really, really appreciate that. So that's basically it for the new content that we have this week. Oh, the other thing I should talk about is the voxel tool. One of the things that you can do is you can go to our website and you can submit voxels, but we have an online voxel tool, and I want to get I actually don't have the link to it in front of me. The link to it, you can actually do this in your browser now. There was a tool that you could download, and you could build voxel creations, and oh, that's what I didn't do today. I didn't set up the voxel creations for the users. Maybe I'll do a separate stream just showing off that. Like in the last couple streams, I've been picking out a couple of the voxel creations, and I've been going through them. But I have I didn't have time today to do this for the stream, so my apologies. But I'll probably do a different stream where I'm doing that. But anyways, you can submit your own voxel creations. They come to us, and if they get picked, they'll end up in the game. Are we still getting demons? Yes, definitely. But we have this new voxel tool that you can use to make voxels in browser now and submit them. So that's really, really cool. And let me see if I could find a link to it. This is embarrassing that I don't have the link. Oh wow, this is I gotta. The developer working on this, here we go. Let me show this off. This is the link. I'm going to put it right here in the chat. And let me get in here. And there's a tool here so you can load up. Let me make sure I got it. Find one of these voxel creations that I can load up for you. So here is make sure I give credit to the right person here. Okay. This one is from, actually I could do this here, except I haven't downloaded them today yet. Let's see. Anyways, you can go to the link. You can say load model. It'll load up a voxel in it. This is a abandoned, we looked at this one last week. This is an abandoned military base by Luke Shoot. And you can go in here, and it's got the materials in our game that are kept up to date in here. And I think the last thing he added was like water materials, like transparent materials, and negative space materials. Let's see if I'm not getting that right. Spaces, the ones that actually remove voxels when you place them down, so it'll like dig a hole in the ground if you have it. He's still working on this, but a really cool tool. The lighting and everything works on this. You can download and you can build things right in the chat. Really cool tool. And you can adjust the lighting. Let me see if I can get the lantern block. I have not used this enough to. Yeah, there we go. So you can head, it's CastleMiner Z/VED. We don't have an official link because we're still kind of in beta for this, but you can go here and design stuff, and if we like it, this one was really cool. Like we can, it's possible that we'll put these in the game. Thank you, Luke Shoot, for the cool military base. This is a big creation. Let's see if here, I'm gonna load a smaller one up. Here is a, here we go. Here is a Sphinx by Toby Mag. Super cool. This looks great in the desert. This thing's made out of limestone and hieroglyphics. So these are the actual textures from the game. So it gets really close to what the thing will look like in the actual game. Like this looks like this is really cool. Like this really cool Sphinx outlined in hieroglyphics, sort of like the plants are. Hey, thank you for the donation. Donated on Patreon. Friends and I are patiently waiting. Good luck to you and your team. Thank you so much. The donations are very important to us. So I really, really appreciate the love and support that everybody's giving me. Okay, let me make sure I hit some of the TikTok options. Did you? Can you still get the original game on the 360 store? No, the game was, the store went away in 2015, so it's been 10 years since the game has been unavailable. I guess if you still have it, you can download it. I don't know, but definitely can't buy it anymore on the 360 store. It was sad to see those days go. They were certain. I think that was kind of like peak indie game time period. Somebody's asking how many people have wish listed the game on Steam so far. We talked about that. I think we just crossed 48,000 today. It actually might be more. I'm waiting for the big 50,000. That's a big milestone for us because that means I'm halfway to the 100,000 goal. Somebody said, this is an interesting question here. Somebody said, is there legal trouble with Minecraft? No, we're not breaking any of Minecraft's intellectual property things. It's really interesting because I don't think a lot of people realize that Minecraft was came from a decompiled indie game called Infiniminer. And I tell this story that actually met the person at one point. There was an indie developer here in Seattle that made an XNA game called Infiniminer, and the community decompiled the game and they started to mod it, and one of those modders was Marcus Pearson, Notch, and you can find his early videos on the internet where he talks about Minecraft being a Infiniminer clone. So he definitely didn't invent the genre like this guy did. This guy ended up with getting nothing, like his, people don't even remember his game, and I don't think he made any money off of it either. So I always find it's interesting that people are okay with somebody like Notch or Microsoft taking a small indies thing and running with it, but they're not okay with somebody making similar things to a big, well-established person. It's weird that it's not the opposite, right? That that we're not all upset that the guy who created Infominer, which was literally the original code base to Minecraft, we're not saying like what, everybody took his stuff and ran with it. But no, there's it's not a protectable thing to have a game that's similar, has elements from one to the other. It's kind of what happens all the time. Otherwise, nobody could make another first-person shooter after Wolfenstein if that was true. But anyways, a history that's really interesting. It's interesting to go back and watch his original videos, and he was very very open about it at the time because he was a modder. Like he was modding Infiniminer, and he calls the early versions of Minecraft an Infiniminer clone is exactly what he calls it in his early videos. Not that it matters. I think that it's great that stuff exists and changes and people build on other people's stuff. So I think it's great. Is the player character going to be voxel based like Minecraft? No, absolutely not. It never had been before. And we are going to drop the SWAT guy, so he's going to look totally different. We haven't figured it out yet, though, to be honest. Is the player character going to be voxel based like Minecraft? No, absolutely not. It never had been before. And we are going to drop the SWAT guy, so he's going to look totally different. We haven't figured it out yet, though, to be honest. Cool. So I don't know. Why don't we take a couple? Look at a couple more of these things. Here I'm gonna pan over while I grab some of these things. Thought if I'm going to do this, why not grab? It looks like it's funny. A lot of people doing these. A lot of the same people making voxel stuff, so that's really cool. Let's grab. Let's see. Here's one I haven't actually seen. Yeah. And excuse me while I sort through stuff on my computer. This is a cool one. This is somebody by the name of June, and they made just a cute little cave entrance. This is pretty cool. It's like we're still having trouble with some of the materials, but this will be cool. Like stuff like this I really like because it's useful. Like I could put this in a place, and then it's got a little shaft down here to like go into a cave, so I can drop these on top of caves. Very useful to me to put stuff like this in the world, and things like this will make the world feel more created and less procedural. So it's really cool. Do you ever think about having DLC characters in an online store? Yes, that is something that we've talked about. Character customization is something we really want to work on in the game, but I'm not sure it's going to make it off for the launch of the game, because that's a character creator is like a really large undertaking. So the initial launch may not have a character customization is something we want, because that was a big part of the original CastleMiner game with the avatars, and everybody misses the avatars, but unfortunately it's not a thing anymore. So we can't. We have to find another solution for that. Okay, cool. Let me just, I'm going to kind of just fly around through the world as I answer questions here. And let me hit the TikTok questions here. Somebody's talking about the idea of skeleton dogs. That was something I saw pop up. That's a cool idea. I kind of like it. Dogs were something that I looked at some point. Time frame that we get hands on it. I don't have it. This is I don't have. I wish I could. I wish I had the whole project planned out from beginning to end, and I knew all of the how long everything was going to take. But on some level, making a game is a creative exercise, and you kind of like work your way from beginning to end. We've typically been really good about this as a team. Like we're all professionals, and we're good at getting things done versus working on them forever. And none of us really have the luxury of working on a project perpetually. Like we have to get this done. So So somebody's asking here, I keep seeing this question, do we have a roadmap? I don't really know what that means to you. For us, there's a bunch of high-level things that need to be done, and it's really obvious. Like, we need a player character. The player character has to have, first-person animations. There's a set of guns that need to be made. There's, a set of, big things. So we're just kind of knocking the big things down off of the list. And I guess at some level, I can make a list for you, but the list would be pretty obvious. Like it would be like, we need a player character, we need first person shooting mechanics, like we need networking, you know, we need UI, like all of this, all the HUD and UI here is temporary. So we need like HUD, and we need inventory and crafting HUDs and stuff like that. So as far as a roadmap goes, I mean, it's like, I don't know. I mean, we could probably put those things in order, but everybody working on the game kind of knows. This is a good look at our water here. Everybody in the game sort of knows, you know, what would have to happen. The cool thing I think about the water is if I change this to rain, the rain actually affects the water surface, and it knows if it's covered or not too, which is kind of cool. Somebody said here, you made my years growing up on Xbox 360, and honestly, hands down the best indie. I appreciate that. Like, I've been making games since I was a little kid. So it's really glad that I got to make a game that everybody, you know, played and loved and was part of their childhood, because like that's sort of what I've been doing my whole life, and I feel really fortunate that I got to live in a time period where I could do what I wanted to do, and people got to actually see the, you know, what I was doing with my work. Somebody said they want to see a dust storm. Sure, like let's go out to the desert and spawn a dust storm. We can do that. Let's do it kind of. There's a thing here that simulates the weather, but we have it turned off. I put my compass back in here, but it looks like it disappeared in the meantime. Trying to see if I'm headed in the right or the wrong direction. Oh, we got a crash site here. Let's go explore the crash site here before we... Okay, here, we'll do here. We're in the desert. Everything is like super hot. And then we have a dust storm that rolls in. And we're like, oh no, we gotta go. It might be an issue with going underground with the weather. I'm not sure, but you know, we get down into Whoa! I fell down. Okay. Where am I? Let me throw a glow stick down. This is actually a pretty deep cave, and you can see all the bounced lighting. Oh, here we go. You can see all the bounced lighting. I fell down into the crater of the cave. There's some lava coming down from the wall here. I come up here, and we're in a tomb underground here. So it's a very narrow passageway. This is interesting. A lava waterfall moving into the thing. It's really easy. Like the world build. The tombs are something that are brand new. The world building is like, it's fascinating to me that you can get lost in these underground labyrinths. This is really cool where the caves intersect the tombs down here, and these tombs are like I keep saying they're like the back rooms. They'll actually go on forever. Somebody's asking about when the Kickstarter is going to launch. I'll be honest with you. I'm afraid to launch it. The problem with Kickstarter is if you don't get funded, if you don't reach your funding goal, you don't get any of the money. So I just want to make sure that we're in the place where we got like sort of the best chance of actually succeeding with the Kickstarter before I run it. It's weird that there's this. Is this a cave? Wow, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, we came back into the... That's a cool intersection. So there's this cave here that opened up into these tombs, and we walked our way back out of them. Okay. It's fun. I can just get, like, forever just explore down here. That's light coming down from the top. Let me go out. Well, let's take advantage of that and just fly out of here into the desert a little bit. And, oh, here's a pyramid. Oh, there's a weird place where all these things happened all together. And this one's got a hole in it, and the hole, it goes down into the cavern. And a lot of these have, this one doesn't actually, the stairs have been knocked out of this one. Let's find a different one. There's got to be another one around here somewhere. Here we go. When we do testing, we play with the same map all the time. Oh, thank you so much for the donation. If I build a house with windows and walls, will the dust affect me inside my home? Probably not. Yep, so this is like a ruined cave, and you can go down the stairs here. Of course, we went down into like a lava room and walk around inside the tombs. Oh, there's like a big cavern down there. Let's go down there. Sometimes these don't do. I'm flying around faster than you would ever be able to move in the game, so I'm getting ahead of the world builder. This is a super big cavern. A lot of our caves are designed completely different now. See if I can just put a light out. This is actually too big to light up. Our caves are way bigger than they used to be. So, wow, the ground is pretty far down there. I shouldn't be so close to the dynamite. What really lights these areas up are lava blocks, but I've set it so that the lava doesn't occur until we're deeper down. The worlds are much bigger and much deeper than they used to be, and the cave systems are different. We did many, many streams about the improved cave systems in the game. But we're still adjusting the lighting, so it's right now it seems a little dark in here, where before they were a little bit brighter. And when we get deeper down here, we'll start encountering lava flows. Every once in a while you get in these rooms where they're lit up. This again is the world isn't building fast enough around me. It's cool how this rock is more reflective down on these levels, so it's cool. You can kind of see the light reflecting off of things. actually when this. Oh, the sky is not. It's not supposed to be bright like that. Down in hell. Okay. The lighting down here is off. I should probably adjust this. I'm surprised at that, isn't it? Making a difference. It's been a while since I have touched this. I have to really take another look at this. We've been messing around with the lighting yesterday, and it looks like we might have broke some stuff here. And the sky, it's obviously this is not supposed to be blue sky through here, so got a couple bugs. Let's get away from the bugs. Get up, away from the bugs. Okay. This is granite down here. There's a different rock on the inside. I actually like this. This rock actually looks pretty cool. And you can kind of see some of our ores. The ores look really cool. We did all of those. And you kind of get an idea of the depth of the world here as we go up. I'm kind of cheating my way up through the world. Finding ourselves in the desert. I think if we keep going south, we'll probably continue to hit the... Oh, is that where we came from? Or is this another one? Actually, this one looks way bigger. Okay, let me hit the... Any idea what weapons we have in the game yet? We will definitely have the old weapons. There'll probably be something more than that. So we'll fly out here to the mountains. I'm rounding out the hour here, so I'm actually going to cut this. Usually I do 2 hours here, but I'm actually going to cut this short because I have to get on a call and put some more features in the game and finish up the trailer. But it's cool. The bumper trailer by next week will be a different thing. And keep an eye out on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel because that's what it'll come first. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Digital DNA Games. It's our link is on our website on everything because that's where you'll see the trailer, and it's going to come out here in the next day or two, definitely. So yeah, we're in the mountains here. Let's walk it through. This is cool because one of the things that we did was we worked on the transitions a lot. So we're transitioning from the desert up into the mountains here. And this was always one of my favorite places in the game because it felt like there were like pathways that you could walk through these things with. I'm kind of cheating by flying through them so I don't fall underground or have to build bridges. Like me here totally cheating over this. Oh, let me give a look at the in the mountains here. You'll start seeing ice. Ice actually looks really cool. And then I'm gonna end this so I can finish getting the stuff done that I need to today. And while we're doing this, why don't we, well, we could do this. First of all, is we could kick off a blizzard. Which would be more typical of what you'd probably be seeing out here. And you can see that the biome, so we're breaching the, so let's see, we're coming out of the caves here. Let's pretend, let's do a little pretend. I got my light on. Let's do a little pretend. We're coming out of the caves. And we're now into the Arctic, if you remember the Arctic. Excuse me. And then the skies are clearing up, but it's getting later into the day. We're gonna, oh, not that late. I'm trying to get a good, oh, there's the moon, okay. We're gonna walk here into the sunset. Actually, I can't do that because it's taking us back to where we were before. I was gonna show off the ice. The ice ended up being really cool. You can see the snow is starting to melt on the surface of this thing. It starts to leave things wet. Looks like that guy's carrying a head. That's funny. He's got a block in his. He's got a block in his hand. That's hilarious. This is rock. This is rock and it's wet. But the yeah, the ice has got a cool translucent look to it. It actually transmits light through it too. So I think if you, it's reflective. If we dug under it, I think you could actually see light through it. So let's get. And you can see one of the cool things about the translucent materials in the game is that like light transmits through them. So you could build a like an ice house, and the light would you know, make it from the outside inside. But too much debris there. But yeah, you can see the light shining through the materials. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Anyways. Do I have an exact release date? No, I do not. Originally we had planned for the end of the year. I mean, it wouldn't be that far after that, but is multiplayer planned? Yes, absolutely. We would never ship this game without multiplayer. Somebody's asking if we're going to host servers. I don't know. Probably not. Everybody wants to see the mining animation. Now, the mining animation is temporary and stand-in. So we haven't done player animations yet. This is all temporary stuff. Somebody's asking about crossplay. Yes, somebody's asking if the snow melts when the sun comes out. It does. Snow covers things and it melts when the somebody's saying that we shouldn't release at the same time as BF6. I don't feel like we're competing with BF6 any days. Actually, it's a funny story. Is that I used to on the Xbox 360, I used to coordinate my releases with big releases like Battlefield or Call of Duty, because I found that people would actually buy more indie games on, you know, like a weekend where Call of Duty came out, people would buy indie games. And I think that what it was people just were turning on their Xbox more. You know, like if you played Battlefield 6 all day long, you know, then, you know, you wanted to unwind with an indie game or something, that you would do it. But for whatever reason, I found over the years that shipping at the same time as big AAA titles actually was super beneficial, and I would plan around that. This is a good question. Somebody's saying here, was the game turning out to be more like you intended for it to be like in the beginning, more like your inspirations? Yes, I think what you're saying is that in the beginning being like when I made the game originally. And yeah, definitely. Like you're always, as a game developer, you're always imagining really cool things, but you're always limited by what hardware and technology does. So as soon as the technology moves to a point, you can do things. And one of the reasons we haven't done this for a really long time is that the technology hasn't been much different. And when we started this project, we were using Unity, and there was a couple of screenshots floating around the internet from the Unity game. It just didn't look very different. And I had a vision for how I wanted the game to look and feel back from the very beginning. And I it just wasn't possible at the time period. But as I looked at Unreal, I thought we could actually make this now. Like this is, this is something we could actually do. So yeah, it's getting closer to it. These need to break up a little bit more. They should be falling apart more than they are, but that's stuff I got to look at. There's a lot of polishing that I have to do. So keep an eye out. Subscribe to our YouTube. Go to wishlist the game. Let's start with this. Before we leave, let's run down the whole thing. CastleMinerZ.com. Links in the chat. Wishlist the game. Click Steam wishlist. Wishlist the game. It's the most important thing you could do right now. Even if you're more interested in the Xbox or the PlayStation, wishlisting the game gets us closer to that too. Will there be another stream tonight? No, there will not be. I think maybe later in the week to finish the skeleton, but there's a couple things that I have to get done. Somebody's saying they wishlisted, they bought the original. That is a really great idea. It's another way, like that money goes right into like making the game. So if you want, it's another way to donate is go buy the original game on Steam. We just shipped, I'm going to say this, just shipped update. I should have put this in a better place. Update 199 for the original CastleMiner. So if you want to get nostalgic and play the original CastleMiner, it's on Steam. And it's on sale right now, actually. It's half price. So it's like, I think, $3. So you can go to Steam and buy the original CastleMiner for $3, which was the original launch price of the game on the Xbox. So so yes, go do that. Wishlist. So wishlist the game, and subscribe. You could right here subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. And the new trailer is going to come out soon. I've been hard at work at that. So you'll be, if you wish list and subscribe, you'll be the first to see the new trailer. So I appreciate everybody dropping by. It's funny, I got copyright ID'd on my trailer by myself on Facebook the other day. So this is funny. So, but I'm going to dip out here with the trailer, the old trailer. This will probably be the last time we play it on the stream because it'll be replaced. But we're moving along. 48,000 wish list. Let's get it up to 50. Let's see if we can do 50,000 by the next stream. So by next week, if we do 50,000, we got to figure out some cool thing that we could do. Appreciate it, and thank you very much.